The Imperial Crown. Here below, we see Queen Elizabeth II with the Christian Protestant Imperial State Crown, as one would expect when one is a Protestant queen. History. The Tudor Crown, also known as Henry VIII's Crown, was the Imperial State Crown Church of England Protestant crown, the first crown used by the monarchs of England and Great Britain from around the time of Henry VIII up to the English Civil War in 1649. The Church of England traces its roots back to the early church, but its specifically Anglican identity and its links to the state date back to the Reformation. Henry VIII started the process of creating the Church of England after his split with the Pope in the 1530s. Henry was anxious to ensure a male heir after his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, had borne him only a daughter. He wanted his marriage annulled in order to remarry. In 1534, after several attempts to persuade the Pope to grant an annulment, Henry passed the Act of Succession and then the Act of Supremacy. These recognised that the King was the only supreme head of the Church of England, called Anglicana Ecclesia. Henry adopted the title given to him by the Pope in 1521, that of Defender of the Faith. The one made for Queen Victoria in 1838 is the basis for today's crown, made by Rundle and Bridge in 1838, using old and new jewels. It had a crimson velvet cap with ermine border and a lining of white silk. The gems in the crown were remounted for the coronation of George VI in 1937 by Gerard & Co. The St Edward's Crown. Here we see Queen Elizabeth II with the Roman Catholic St Edward's crown, not something one would expect for a Protestant queen. 2nd of June 1953, Prince Philip kneels to pay homage to his wife, Queen Elizabeth II, on the occasion of her coronation in London's Westminster Abbey. St Edward's crown is the centrepiece of the crown jewels of the United Kingdom, named after St Edward the Confessor, a Catholic king. It has been traditionally used to crown English and British monarchs at their coronation since the 13th century. The original crown was a holy relic kept at Westminster Abbey, Edward's burial place, until the regalia was either sold or melted down when Parliament abolished the monarchy in 1649 during the English Civil War. The present version of the St Edward's crown was made for Charles II in 1661. It is solid gold, 30 centimetres 12 inches tall, weighs 2.23 kilograms 4.9 pounds, and is decorated with 444 precious and semi-precious stones. The crown is similar in weight and overall appearance to the original, but its arches are baroque. After 1689, it was not used to crown a monarch for over 200 years. In 1911, the tradition was revived by George V, and all subsequent monarchs except Edward VIII, who was not crowned at all, have been crowned using St Edward's crown. A stylised image of this crown is used on coats of arms, badges, logos, and other various insignia in the Commonwealth realms to symbolise the royal authority of Queen Elizabeth II. Both crowns undoubtedly have history intertwining many kings and queens from both sides of the aisle of Christianity and Catholicism. However, both each have their direct roots. So could have King George been under the same pressure also? There have been many documentaries made on the pressure the royals felt during the late and early 18 and 1900s. One thing is sure, Rome's influence remains strong. King Edward VII especially felt this pressure to save the monarchy from the push from the parliamentarians for a British Republic, establishing the order of succession. The Act of Settlement of 1701 was designed to secure the Protestant succession to the throne and to strengthen the guarantees for ensuring a parliamentary system of government. The Act also strengthened the Bill of Rights, 1689, which had previously established the order of succession for Mary II's heirs. Mary's father, James II, had fled England in 1688 during events described as the Glorious Revolution. James's Roman Catholic sympathies and belief in the divine right of the crown resulted in disgruntled parliamentarians offering the throne to his eldest Protestant daughter, Mary. She accepted it on condition that she could reign jointly with her Dutch husband, William of Orange, who became William III. The Act also laid down the conditions under which the crown would be held. No Roman Catholic, nor anyone married to a Roman Catholic, could hold the crown. The sovereign now had to swear to maintain the Church of England, and after 1707, the Church of Scotland. The Act of Settlement not only addressed the dynastic and religious aspects of succession, it also further restricted the powers and prerogatives of the Crown. Edward was canonised in 1161 and is considered a saint by the Roman Catholic Church, which regards Edward the Confessor as the patron saint of kings, difficult marriages and separated spouses.